In the ancient kingdom of Nyamekye, nestled within the lush forests of the Gold Coast, present-day Ghana, the people lived by the whispers of tradition and the rhythm of the sacred drums. Nyamekye was a land of gold and mysteries, where the Ashanti king sat on golden stools and the griot recited tales of the gods. But beneath the vibrant kente cloth and the echoes of the talking drum lay a secret, a forbidden truth masked by power and deceit. At the heart of Nyamekye stood the royal palace, its red clay walls adorned with intricate Adinkra symbols. The palace was not merely a seat of power, it was a labyrinth of influence and intrigue. King Kwasi Nyarko, a ruler as wise as he was cunning, held the throne. His rule was just, but his ambitions were veiled. Kwasi possessed the Golden Mask, a mystical artifact said to grant its wearer the power to command loyalty and see through deception. The mask was no ordinary relic forged by the ancient priestess Nyamekye from gold and the enchanted tears of the river god. It was said to be a gift from the gods themselves. However, the mask came with a taboo. It must never be worn under the full moon, for the gods' gaze would pierce through mortal intentions. Few knew of these rules, and even fewer dared to test it. Kwasi's most trusted advisor, Kwaku Bonsu, was a man of shadowed ambitions, with a tongue as smooth as silk and a mind as sharp as a hunter's spear. Kwaku had risen from a mere servant to the king's right hand, yet beneath his royal facade lay a hunger for the throne, for the mask, and for power. The kingdom prospered, and fame spread of Nyamekye's wealth and wisdom. Travelers from distant lands brought gifts and sought the king's counsel. However, fame bred envy. Other chiefs, their hearts twisted by greed, sought to undermine Kwaku's rule. They whispered of treachery, feeding the flames of discontent. One evening, as the ochre sun dipped behind the hills, a stranger arrived in the village. His name was Esi Dede, a griot with a sharp made of bone and strange of sinew. His songs captivated the villagers, but his stories carries a hidden blade. He spoke of a prophecy, a king who would lose his throne under the full moon, betrayed by those closest to him. Kwaku listened to Essie's tale, a sly smile curling on his lips. He invited the griot to the palace, where honey wine flowed and laughter masked the tensions in the air. "Your stories are as rich as our land," Kwaku said. "But tell me, what does the full moon hold for our king?" Essie's eyes sparkled with mischief. "The moon sees all, but it does not speak. It merely illuminates what is hidden." His words hung in the air, heavy with meaning. The king chuckled, but Kwaku's mind raced. Kwaku devised a plan. He spread rumors of a neighboring chief plotting an attack. He urged Kwasi to wear the golden mask during the full moon to underneath traitors among his ranks. The king, swayed by fear and the serpent charm of his advisors, agreed. The night of the full moon arrived. Silver light bathed the village, casting long shadows. The people gathered for a festival. unaware of the treachery unfolding behind the palace walls. Drums beat, feet danced, but the air was thick with an omen. King Kwasi adorned himself with the golden mask. Its weight seemed heavier, the gold colder, as he stepped into the moonlight. A shiver ran through the palace. The mask enchant twisted, and vision clouded the king's eyes, face wrapped, truth and lies intertwined. Kwaku moved swiftly. He summoned the palace guards, feigning alarm. "The king has fallen under a curse," he cried. "He cannot see the truth. He sees enemies where there are none." The guards, loyal but fearful, hesitated. In the chaos, Esidede's voice rose above the clamor. His song turned to a chant, wearing old magic into the air. "The mask has spoken. The truth lies beneath the throne." His words, enigmatic yet powerful, gripped the heart of those present. The queen, Nyarko, stepped forward. Her beauty was matched only by her wit. She had long suspected Kwaku's intentions, but tradition bound her voice. Now, under the gaze of the moon and the enchantment of the griot song, she found her courage. "The king's vision is clouded," declared, "but not by the mask, by betrayal." She pointed at Kwaku. "You, who whispers in shadows, who weaves lies into our dreams." The mask reveals not the enemies of the king, but the enemies within. Kwaku's composure faltered. His smooth words turned jagged. "This is madness. The queen speaks from grief, not wisdom." But the girls shifted uneasily, and the villagers murmured. The king tore off the mask, gasping for breath. His voice cleared, and he saw the truth. The deception woven by Kwaku. His hands trembled, and his heart ached. "Why?" he asked, his voice heavy. "I gave you everything." Kwaku's mask fell away. "You gave me nothing but the shadows of your greatness. I was only beneath you until now." He lunged forward, but the queen, swift as the river's current, blocked his path. A duel ensued, blade against blade, truth against deceit. Kwaku fought with desperation, but the queen's resolve was unyielding. Her strikes were precise, her movement a dance of tradition and strength. Finally, Kwaku fell. The mask laid between them, its golden surface reflecting the moon. The crowd gasped, the spell of deception broken. The king knelt, his crown heavy, his spirit heavier. Esidede stepped forward, his voice gentle. "The prophecy was not of your downfall, but of the mask power. It must be hidden, for power that cannot be earned should not be wielded." With solemn ceremony, the mask was buried beneath the sacred baboon tree. The king decreed that no man or woman should seek it again. Wisdom, not magic, would guide Nyamekye. Peace returned to the kingdom, though scars remained. The queen became a symbol of strength, the king a humbler ruler, and the griot, his bone sharpened, vanished as quietly as he had come, leaving behind not just a story, but a legacy. In time, the tale of the golden mask became legend. Children whispered it around fires, and the elders told it as a warning. deceit and ambition, magic and truth. Nyamekye had learned that power must be balanced by wisdom, or the gods themselves would intervene. And so, the land of gold, where shadows once danced with lies, stood a beacon of truth and tradition. The golden mask was gone, but its lesson endured. The true power lay not in gold or magic, but in the heart of those who chose honor over ambition.